you, or do you think about channeling not going in round one into your rookie season, or you just kind of put that behind you?
Pretty much behind me now, but it's always in the back of my head. That teams chose other people above me, so I'll see them.
Were you getting I guess like any intel from teams in the pre-draft process? Like were teams saying they thought you could be a first round pick?
Yeah, definitely.
Was there any thought after last year? I know you were only coming out of your sophomore year, but did you think about leaving early?
What's earlier?
Leaving after sophomore year instead of your junior season.
I don't think we can do that. If I could have, I would, but I don't think we could do that.
When you got picked last night, what were your emotions? Was it relief? Were you happy? Were you still upset you didn't go in the first round? Just what were you feeling?
No, I was super happy. Felt in a great situation. Felt, blessed. So, I'm super excited to be a part of this organization, and I'm happy that they believe in me. So.
You had a pretty big target share looking to kind of from day one. What's it going to be like now, knowing that there are a lot of mouths to feed here? Whether it's DJ, whether it's Rome, they draft a tight end in the first round. Is that going to be a mind shift to go to a situation where you're not the number one target?
I feel like this year prepared me for that. Not getting as many targets as I want. So I feel like it prepared me for next level.
Is that a function of just the attention other teams were giving you? I know you played the slot a little more last year than you had the year before.
I just say more attention. Pretty much the focus on the offense side. So I feel like teams just pretty much focus on me a lot. So try to take me out the game.
Luther, you said the other day that you hadn't had much contact with the Bears before they picked you. As you get in the building now and get, I guess, acclimated a little bit, what has it been like getting to know guys like Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, et cetera?
It's been great. I feel like this organization has a great group of guys in this facility. That's gonna do everything they can to do win games, and that's why they brought me here to help them win games. That's what I'm gonna do.
What do you think is the best thing that you do? Is it route running, speed, yak?
I'll say everything. I feel like I'm pretty much built to do anything, on the field. I can catch, run routes, make people miss, score. I can do it all.
We hear about your
talks with Ben Johnson. You hadn't met him, I don't think, as of last night. What have you gathered from him today as far as role and expectations, things like that?
Not much a role right now. Just getting in the building, meeting everyone, and pretty much congratulating me, and just pretty much just meeting everyone.
You mentioned last night that you and Caleb were in theory going to be in Oklahoma together. What about his game fits yours or anything like that?
I feel like he's a great quarterback. I feel like great quarterback need great receivers. So perfect fit. I love football. Like football has opened, so many opportunities for me. I love football to death. This is my life.
It sounded like Antoine Randall was the guy you connected most with. What do you see in the relationship with him that should be effective for you early on?
I feel like the relationship gonna grow over time, and we gotta find a way to trust each other, and just build each and every day, and we got the same goal. We're trying to win games here, win playoffs, win Super Bowls, and we locked in. So.
We hear about your competitiveness, your toughness.
Where does that come from?
I think it's just in me. Like, just where I come from, and being overlooked, my whole life, and I just love to prove everybody wrong who got something negative to say about me.
And what did you learn from last season about how to handle not just the ball and
I just learned, to just take, every opportunity you get, just try to fulfill it, to the best you can. And I mean, my mindset is, I'm gonna every time I get the ball, I'm trying to make the play call to give me the ball some more. So I'm just trying to make a play.
Ben Johnson said before that these wide receivers like no block, no rock. What do you make of that type of mentality?
I feel like it describes me best. I mean, I feel like that's fair. I mean, you want the ball, but I mean, if you don't block for your teammate, there should be a consequence. So I love to block, so they got no problem with me.
There's made some investments at the guys that may play the spot position early offseason, the veterans. They do a tight end that could do the same thing. When you come in there, but they still feel like they couldn't pass on you, what does it mean to you that they still feel like you can come in and compete in a room they've already invested in? And then what's your mentality going into, training camp to earn a spot?
I'm definitely excited, to have this opportunity. I mean, it's once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm just ready to, compete, get to work, get around the guys, and just learn, be a sponge, get under a bit, and just learn as much as possible. And I feel like what I do on the field is, gonna take care of itself. So
Luther, you talk about proving people wrong. What are you out to prove?
I'm the best.
What has it been like over the last, 24 hours? And now that you're here and being in the building, like what has this part of your experience been like now that you're here?
Yeah, I mean it's been a little bit of a whirlwind. It's crazy. I don't know if the emotions have fully set in yet. It's my my dreams for as long as I can remember coming true. They're unfolding right in front of me, so it's really incredible. Coming here, meeting everyone, it's still surreal. So I'm sure, I'll hit a wall eventually and it'll all kick in. But no, it's been exciting.
That's why you probably said that you just want to do whatever it takes to come to as fast as you can several times. Are you looking for a coach to just say, hey, play this side or that side, or do you kind of want to display that you can play both and see which one gets you there faster?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, exactly. Like the second thing you said, show all my abilities, show that I can play both, go out there, compete, and then, let the rest unfold.
What all do they have you doing today in this first visit here?
Yeah, it's, pretty much what you would expect. You get a tour of the place, you get to meet a bunch of great people. The staff has been incredible, very welcoming. See all the facilities, everything they got. Yeah, kind of check the boxes of a first visit, kind of what you would expect.
Ozzy, the first thing that stands out to you about probably most people is your height.
Yeah.
6'8". How has that helped you and maybe hurt you at times too?
Yeah. No, it definitely has its pros and cons. I think the most obvious con is I'm a taller guy. People are, I'm more susceptible to have people get under my pads. So it makes me, have to fight harder to maintain good pad level, maintain good posture, balance, all that, which is something that I really focus my game on. Now it has its pros as well. Being a taller guy, you're able to keep people away. Being just bigger, you're naturally going to be stronger, be able to carry more weight on you. So the normal pros and cons.
Ozzy, your teammate Shemar Turner was talking about he plays with violence on the defensive line position. What does playing with violence look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, being an offensive lineman, you definitely have to play with violence. I think it's a type of violence that is, poised and under control. You never want to, throw your hands too hard, get off balance, because then, you're gonna fall on your face. So it's more of an under control violence, I would say, just playing nasty. Yeah, I would say that's really the epitome of line play. I think the best linemen are the ones who play violent, but they also play under control with discipline and good technique while doing it.
You're really impressed with what the Bears are trying to put together on offense, from the play caller to the quarterback to the skills guys to the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. You meet with these people, you can feel it in the building. I think the future is really bright. You got great guys. There's good veterans. Somewhere that I'm excited to show up as a rookie and just learn. Absorb as much as I can and try to become a better player from it.
What was your Senior Bowl week like? What was most notable to you about that week?
Yeah, I think I would say that was my first introduction to this type of talent. You get to a place like that, everyone's a top tier player, very similar to the NFL, right? You don't get any plays where it's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Every play is going to be almost the hardest play of your life, probably. So, it's exciting being a competitor. That's the stuff you look forward to that's the stuff that really helps you take strides and, will make me a better player in the long run. So I look forward to it.
Anybody you faced that week that left an impression on you where it was eye-opening?
Yeah, I mean, I would say all of them. I mean, again, like I said, everyone there is really talented. They wouldn't be there if they weren't. Their whole slogan is the best of the best. So they live up to it. Everyone there deserved to be there and was incredibly talented.
There's a lot of work on their interior and free agency with Joe Tooney and Drew Dahlman and Jonah Jackson. From a distance, what do you think about those three guys?
Yeah, I mean, incredible. I think it'll be great being a tackle. If I were to have a chance, even practice next to guys like that is going to make me a better player. Everyone's competitive. They've proven themselves. So having an opportunity to work alongside them, I think will just be beneficial for me and the whole team.
Obviously, different size of the ball, but you guys played Missouri last year, and Luther Burden had a pretty solid game. Do you have any memories of his game going up against him in college last year?
Yeah, I mean, he an outstanding player. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't. So he's very talented, and he showed it that game for sure. No, I'm excited for him to be here as well. I think it'll be great for the team, and it's exciting for the future. Yeah, I think it was hard not to, naturally. So much winning going on, being a younger guy, I think it was, it's easy to fall into that. But as you get closer, as you play, college football and your dreams start to get closer and closer, you kind of lose all bias. So.
You have familiarity with Joe Tooney from your days in New England?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's cool.
Ozzy, you can call the technician. I think that's one of the words that's thrown around, like in terms of like your skill set. How do you find that?
Yeah, I think kind of what I touched upon earlier, playing with, a violent play style, but under control, poised, not letting my emotions take over and put me in a bad spot where, I might, someone would be able to take advantage of it, like throwing your hands too hard, fall forward, things of that nature. I think I really try to dial in on that, play under control with good technique as close to 100% of the game as I can.
How much pride do you take in like the lack of penalties over your career as a starter?
Yeah, I think, like you said, the word technician gets thrown around. I'm proud of that. I think the lack of penalties is sort of speaks to that. Yeah, I mean that's my play style. So I'm content with the way that it's played out over the years.
That's one quick. My quote last night called you dependable. Being a durable player, what does that mean for you? How do you stay durable?
Yeah, I think, it's all in the stuff you do off the field. Stretching, diet, sleep, everything plays into it. So BC's done a great job kind of exposing us to that and what you have to do to continue to be dependable. So I've picked up habits that I'm going to continue to do at this level now, and then just continue that tradition of being dependable, being available when needed. So.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Shemar seemed pretty shocked when the Bears drafted you yesterday. Now that it's been a day, you're here. What are the emotions like now?
Oh, man, I'm just excited and ready to go, bro. Happy for the opportunity, blessed for this opportunity to be a Chicago Bear, man. It feels great.
When you were making the transition from edge to inside, what did you have to do body-wise to adapt?
Shoot, I had to, I had to gain a little weight. Start eating my Chipotle and stuff like that. Had to lift a lot more with Moffitt. Had to get some extra time with him. Just get bigger, to support them double teams and stuff like that on the inside.
Do you sense that's going to be part of the NFL transition as well, as just adding more bulk and weight to survive in there?
Sure. However, whatever it takes to pretty much play how I want to play in there and still be successful and efficient. Yes, sir.
Well, what's it like to join a team that really loves your violent style of play?
Oh, man, it feels great. Going somewhere where they won't try to, change you, you know what I'm saying? They really love the way I play. They love the way I go. So, just ready to go.
Where did that come from? Like, where does that style, have you always been the type of player, or was it something you kind of a trait you learned?
I grew up, my uncle coached me from a little kid, pretty much. All the way till he passed me off to my middle school, high school coaches, and that's all it was. It was intense, and it was go. So I've been going since I was a little kid.
Did you play other sports?
I ran summer track. That was about it. Yes, ma'am.
You know about teaming up with Dennis Allen? He's going to be the guy of your career.
Teaming up with Dennis, man, Coach A, DA, man, it's gonna be great. Especially because what
what they coach and what they speak on, man. Physicality and playing hard, playing long. You know, it's gonna be good.
How does the style of defense that DA wants to play differ from what you were doing at Texas A&M?
Man, it's just this is violent, and we're gonna be physical, and we just go dominate guys on the line of scrimmage. So yes, sir.
Met Grady Jarrett yet?
No, sir. Can't wait to meet him. No.
Like he's got a similar personality to
Yes, sir.
Yeah, gregarious guy.
Have you followed his career?
A little bit, yes, sir. The Super Bowl when they played Tom Brady, I've had pretty much been watching him pretty much that whole year. And I watched him a little bit my junior year too. Yes, sir.
What do you like about his style of play?
Bro, he's a dog, bro. He an animal. He's not too big either. Like he's a guy that can pass rush. He quick as hell. He fast off the ball. His get off is crazy. So like he's a dude. There's a reason why he been here so long.
Do you anticipate any bit of an adjustment going from two guys to more penetrating and maybe you can lean on Javon Beck because he went through the same process out of Florida and come in? Do you anticipate that being an issue for you?
Oh no, sir. It's gonna be good. I feel like I pretty much pick up on it pretty quick, and especially being around guys like Javon Dexter and sure your Grady Jarrett's, picking up, soaking up information from the guys like a sponge. Like it'll be good. You good? Go ahead.
Last night you mentioned trying to be a sponge, and learn as much as you can. Is there anything in particular you want to pick these guys' brains about, or like something you really want to learn here at the next level?
Really is formations and stuff like that. Like seeing plays before they happen. Pretty much is what I want to try to get down a lot because I feel like that'll help speed my game up a lot more, doing a lot less thinking and a lot more going and playing. I feel like it'll be good for me.
Physically, are you fully 100% good to go after everything that happened last year?
With the stretch fracture and stuff like that, sure, yes, sir. Pretty much 100%. I've been training, been running, jumping, been going. So by the time rookie minicamp come, I should be able to go.
I hear that your uncle was your team barber.
Yes, sir. He came up there. We fading everybody down. Yes, sir. From Connor Wegman all the way down to the D-line. Yes, sir.
I'm curious what players you watched as you made the transition from the outside to the inside.
Really, it was a lot of the guys I had on the team before me, like DeMarvin Leal. I don't know if y'all know him, and Michael Clemens, even Nick Scorden, bouncing around and stuff like that. I just steal little stuff from that game and like kind of make it my own in a sense, and really gel my own little three take if that makes sense. Yes, sir.
Shemar, you talked yesterday about leaving a legacy. It's the start of a long legacy. What would leaving a legacy for you in a historic franchise like this, what does it look like? What does it mean?
Man, all the accolades that's possible, Super Bowls, everything. Winning is a big part of legacy for me. And hopefully getting a few rings under my belt. Gold jacket, Pro Bowler, all that, bro. 10, 15 years, like literally everything a successful NFL player has to do to be successful or be on that pedestal, man, I want to achieve it.
When you were playing on the inside, I think it was half your snaps 2 years ago or at defensive end, and then to kick inside, what necessitated or precipitated that move?
Really just my ability to be able to do pretty much anything on the D line. And wherever they needed me, I was more than willing to go there. If they needed me inside, I'm moving inside. If they needed me at 0, I'm at 0. If they needed me at 5, I'm at 5. Non-technique, if I'm dropping, I'm dropping. So whatever they needed, I was there for them.
To play with, Nick got drafted, the other Shemar got drafted. To have that much talent on the defensive line and be part of that, how did that help you develop as a player?
It helps you a lot. Not being the only guy on your team and having other guys that you can learn from, and get information from, soak stuff up from them. Like Nick, his spin was crazy. I couldn't spin on the inside this year, but I learned a lot of little pass rush stuff from him and made it my own.
Bringing you in, the Bears now have at least 4 interior D linemen that they feel pretty good about. How you guys can go about pushing each other, friendly competition as we go through camp, preseason, and on into the regular season?
Oh man, it's competition, and I know them guys are probably pretty respectable guys. So it's just gonna be friendly competition. We all trying to get to a certain place, so it's just gonna be pushing each other to get where we want to go and be successful as a group.
You're going to have probably a more clear path to the quarterback. Not everybody's going to be set all the way back in shotgun in the NFL the way they are in college.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. I think here at the next level, it's going to be pretty exciting for me. Yes, ma'am.